Welcome back to episode 24 of the Bulletmore Sports Podcast. Here with Evan as always. We got the Wild game on right now, 3-2-1, with about 3 minutes to go against the Arizona Coyotes.
Look at you go.
I almost said Wildcats.
Wow.
Obviously, it's our college team, but...
Look at you go. What about ASU?
They are the Sun Devils. Yeah.
Sure.
So... but yeah, Wild trending in the right direction.
If they win this game, it's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Because they beat the Penguins, because they honored Marc-Andre Fleury for his 1,000th game.
Yep.
In the NHL against his former team, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They won that game. And then Monday night, you watched the Wolves. I watched both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Wild won in Vegas 5-3, which is a really good game.
Oh, we were watching that game too a little bit.
I didn't know that. I thought they were going to get boat raced because Vegas scored 22 seconds into the game, but then the Wild came back and won, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Kaprizov had 2 assists, Faber had 2 assists, and Boldy's been on fire lately. He got another goal tonight. And former goal for Logan Cooley scored against Wild tonight. That's their lone goal. And Faber was defending him, so kind of a cool moment there for Minnesota hockey.
For sure.
Even though Cooley said he was going to come back and then he didn't.
Yeah, so we're just chilling, watching the game.
Cam, you're watching a what?
I'm watching. Yeah.
Last Wednesday night we watched the Blackhawks Wild. This Wednesday night we're watching.
This is probably the most I've watched the Wild in a long time.
This is what you do.
Or forever, I guess.
This is what you do when you're single on Valentine's Day. You sit here and film a podcast with your buddy and watch the Wild.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of those who are single. Don't worry. You'll get there one day.
We're coming.
This is... Yeah, it wasn't, other than seeing all the Instagram stories, nothing really bothered me.
Yeah, no, that was pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning and like the first
You got to scroll through a bunch of people's Your Valentine... like box tags or whatever they're called on Instagram. And
my Valentine is Minnesota sports, and this one might actually help me.
Exactly.
This would put a smile on my face and show the love they have for me.
Mm-hmm.
Marc-Andre Fleury makes another save. The Wild, it's weird now because they're going to get into the place where it's hard to decide what to do at the deadline. Because if this score holds, it's a 3-game winning streak, like I said. And then I think they're only going to be 5 points out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously not going to be sellers, but who knows if they're even going to be buyers either. So
they won't buy. They might still sell because how good the farm is.
Could be.
They have a lot of UDFAs after the end of the year, like Duhaime, Dewar, Zach, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the defenseman. But, I don't know what to do. Because if they keep winning, I guess, they might stay put. That's more like what's going to happen, like the Vikings did.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, they're trending in the right direction. They're winning games. Don't break it. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. There you go.
I guess. When they play next, they play Saturday against Buffalo. They should win that game. Just go on a heater. Put everything to rest. But
yeah.
What would you rather have? A first-round playoff loss? Saying that they get there and they lose like their track record always is, or get a top 10 pick?
Well, I mean, this would be a lot easier of a question to answer if I knew.
It'd be a lot easier question if it's the NFL. Let's be real.
Right, because in the NHL, the MLB, they don't get there until about 3 or 4 years after you pick them.
Well, they could be a top 5 pick usually comes over right away. I will say that. Because Logan Cooley was the second pick 2 years ago, and he's already...
What pick was... Kaprizov was what? Top 10, wasn't he?
No.
No?
4th round? 5th round, I think.
Oh, my.
Yeah. But then he played in the KHL for 6 years before he came over.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So...
KHL? What's that?
It's the Russian league.
Okay.
So, that's the thing with, NHL prospects is, this kid might play in the KHL like Kaprizov for 6 years and just never come over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you're a higher pick, you're more pushed to come over. But, Kaprizov, he's awesome. He's our best player by far, and he might not have even come over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the NHL is weird, you know? But everything is weird, though. Like, baseball, too, you know? Like, baseball, the Twins just took Walker Jenkins last year in the draft, and he's a top 10 prospect in baseball already. Like, how does that make any sense? But his estimated arrival time is 2026.
Right.
So it's just weird with baseball and hockey.
Yeah. But even, like, with the NBA, I mean, it took Ricky Rubio at least a few years to finally
come over, yeah.
Because he still wanted to play in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because what would you rather, like, I get, like, the ML, like, all the pro sports over here is what you want to be. It's the greatest competition in the world. But what would you rather do? Just stay in the KHL where you're home and just play by yourself, like play at home, you know?
Right.
Just play all Russian teams or come over to the greatest, I don't know, sports league in the world.
Highest level of competition. There you go. Yeah.
I was blanking on that for a while. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's the one tough thing I will say about the Wild is they have to do Marc-Andre Fleury properly. Like, they can't, like, hold on to him and then miss the playoffs because, like I said in the last episode, you can't have his postseason streak end here.
Yeah.
But even if they don't sell and they just sell Marc-Andre Fleury and they make the playoffs, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let the future Hall of Famer have a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Sure.
Essentially. Not jail, but you get what I'm going with the logic. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Give him a little bit of an excuse, which is fine, you know. Not so much of an excuse, but just a little get by, I guess, you know. Like a little... Actually, you know what? I think your get-out-of-jail-free card is...
Yeah.
Jail's not so much like as a bad thing here. It's more just
I mean, jail is Minnesota sports, but...
Yeah. But,
you know where you're going. But, I mean, that's really all for the Wild. I mean, keep winning, obviously. Let's not make it... Let's, in 2 weeks or whenever the deadline is... Make it so we stay put and we go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because I want to go to the playoffs. Because I want to go to a playoff game. I haven't been to a Wild playoff game yet, and I want to go to one.
A game ever. So
well,
that would be interesting.
We can break that this year.
Good.
But for the other winter sports team in Minnesota, the Wolves win again in dominating fashion on Monday night and last night. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, so they went into LA on Monday night and they
destroyed them.
Beat the Clippers by 21, 121 to 100. Ant didn't have the greatest of a game that day, but last night against Portland dropped 41.
Who do you give the game flowers to, Nah or
See, Nah played a really good fourth quarter. He had 12 in the fourth quarter.
Did you watch?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Nah had a really good game. Everybody really... I mean... Rudy had a really good game. Rudy's just been playing a great year.
Rudy's been on fire.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking while watching the game last night, like, this is what the trade was for.
Yeah.
Like, this is what, like, when Tim Connolly pulled the trigger on this trade, this is what they envisioned. Is Rudy Gobert making this team just as good as they are in the way they play basketball. Yeah. If the three bigs thing is, like, working out even better than anybody could have imagined.
Right. It's the Wild. Get the win.
They officially go to a 3-game winning streak. Let's go. Marc-Andre Fleury gets the win in that. Let's go. Keep winning.
Yeah.
But back to the team.
I think the Monty Morris trade was great.
See, he fits in well.
When you see it now, yeah. He really is helping out that second unit. But even Nah just stepping up in the second unit as well. You got Nas there already. Kyle Anderson...
He's played well the last 2 games,
solid,
which is weird.
Yeah, obviously proving that maybe it wasn't time for us to trade him just yet, which is fine. You know, I never hated Kyle Anderson.
No, but the way me and you talked about him the last month, sounded like we hated him.
But but it's just because of things that sometimes he does and him bringing the ball up sometimes.
What I will say is I think this Monty Morris trade is going to take minutes away from him. Because I think they have confidence having, Nah, Ant, and Monty or Mike on the floor at the same time. Mm-hmm. 3 of those 4 on the court at the same time. They have trust in that. Because that's what they did when Monty first checked in. It was I think it was Ant and Nah and him.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know who, I don't think you run a 3 in that scenario.
No, I mean, it's a pretty small lineup.
Mm-hmm.
You got Monty, you got Nah, and then you got Nas, pretty much your big guy.
And Nas isn't really. Nas is just everything.
Nas can do a lot, yeah.
Nas is Nas.
Just Nasri.
That's all you need to say. So whenever he's on the floor, anything can happen.
Right. And then you also got who's in that second rotation?
The second rotation right now is Nah.
Do we only play about 9 guys?
Usually.
Okay.
I mean, other than like last night when Luke and all them got in. But
well, yeah.
Usually it's the starting 5, so usually it's Conley, Edwards, Jaden, who Jaden hasn't played very well the last couple of games.
But he did play some pretty solid defense.
Yeah, that's what he's there for. Like, I listened to the Clippers broadcast, and they explained him perfectly because they said, like, he's the type of player, like, his defense is there, but he doesn't need 20 shots a game.
Exactly.
Like, his offensive numbers isn't what he's there for primarily. It's his defense with Rudy, which makes one of the better duos of defense in the league.
Right.
And you can't take anything away from Edwards' defense because his defense is like last night he had 41 and he was playing defense.
Yeah, the dude had 18 in the first quarter.
It was insane.
It's awesome to finally see it. We've talked about it before. And just in dominating fashion. I mean, I thought that the Clippers game was going to be... I mean, it's a road game against the top team in the West. I thought it was going to be a pretty difficult game.
I will say, the Clippers game, the 2 middle quarters were kind of shaky.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very, very shaky. Like, the fourth quarter and the first quarter, the Wolves came out shoving. Like, they were punching. They were giving the haymakers. And then the middle quarters, like, the Clippers took a 10-0 or a 10 deficit and then flipped it. We were down at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that, as far as how we've been playing this year with the whole fourth quarter collapses, I think it's a good problem to have that, you don't play as well in the middle of the game, but you start it and
you start it. But usually they're a very good third quarter team.
Yeah.
Which is weird because last night the third quarter was the shaky part. Mm-hmm. And then Nah came to the rescue last night because if it wasn't for Nah's shots, like those threes were huge because that changed the outlook of the game for us in a very big way.
Yeah. Yeah, but this team...
I will say, like, how good this team is if you watch the Clippers game, Edwards didn't do anything to what we're used to getting him, and we still won by, 15 plus?
What game?
The Clippers game.
21.
21, and Edwards didn't do anything. That just shows how good this team is.
Yeah.
Like, your best player, you don't have to rely on him as much as other teams would.
Right.
Because look at Philadelphia right now. They don't have Embiid, and now they're just free-falling in the standings, which is great to see.
Yeah, you got 5 guys out there that you can trust and that you can put in there. Even if one of them is gone, they're still going to make plays, and they're still, like... Basically, it's just like that next man. I mean, not next man up.
Yeah, I got you.
But just filling the voids that were created, just acting like they never happened. Like Ant almost didn't play. I think it was Monday night.
No, Ant almost didn't play. Ant and Jaden, because if you noticed yesterday, Jaden had a thing on his hand.
Okay.
Both of them were questionable in the game.
Yeah, because Ant had that jumper's knee thing that he was dealing with in 21, but he felt good before the game, so. He played. And Jaden, like you said, I didn't know.
His finger.
I saw it, but I didn't know why.
Yeah, it was his finger. He was questionable. So, I don't know, but I think Monty Morris is going to fit in like a glove.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very well. Like, his defense and his passing is what he's here for, and he can make a 3, which is huge.
I got a little excited every single time he scored.
I know.
Yes, he's fitting in right away, which is nice to see.
The thing is, though, is like, how much chemistry do you think they have with him already? Because if you look, like, you need to get nitpicky, because you could tell every time he'd have his hands up in his corner, like he's wide open, or like the arc, every time, and they wouldn't. Like,
you got to develop a little bit of trust.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I just like to see the new guy. Do anything.
I like 23 looks good on him, I think.
Yeah, even though 23 in Minnesota has a terrible track record.
It does. Culver, Butler. You want to go Kevin Martin?
Yeah,
back in the day.
They've named it.
Yeah.
Also, did you know that Thaddeus Young is still in the league?
Is he? I didn't know that.
He's a free agent looking to sign somewhere. Who's the old forward we're looking to get, or he wants to come here via Pat Beverly?
Oh,
Morris, one of the Morris twins.
Yeah, Markieff or
Marcus.
Marcus.
I think it's Marcus.
Marcus, yeah.
Do we need him?
I don't know. I mean, if I feel like we said with the Wild,
not much of a need, but a want.
Yeah, I feel with the Wild, I don't think we really should change anything up. You know, I mean, I get it. It's only adding someone to the second unit, but like, even when
open to a 10-man rotation,
even when our bench mob goes out there, we still dominate. Like Luka's good. Leonard Miller is obviously good.
He doesn't play though.
Well, no,
he
but
hasn't played in the NBA in over 2 months or a month.
He was there in a few games ago.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna look it up.
He played in I think his last week's game. He played. He's number 33, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now.
I know he played in last week's game. I don't know who it was I don't know who it was against.
You are right.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Playing the Milwaukee game.
But other than that, he hasn't played since January.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He's destroying the G League, though.
Yeah, but like...
That's the thing, though, is I get where you're going with. I would rather see Leonard Miller get minutes than Morris.
Right.
Because Morris is going to be here for this year.
That's it.
Like, he is legitimately ring chasing in Minnesota. Who would have thought?
No one ever would say that, ever.
That's insane. Other than if you would have jumped on the Vikings in 98 or 17 or 09.
True.
Which I'm sure a lot of people did. We just didn't really notice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially 09 and 98. But, I don't know. I would rather see Leonard Miller. It sucks that Luka Garza's a big. Because I truly think Luka would get more minutes if he was a forward.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a true, big. It sucks because there's 3 really good bigs here.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Luka, you got Leonard. Knicks plays a little bit here and there.
Knicks is just there to point at people on the bench.
Knicks is pretty much just...
He's bench mob.
Yeah.
He is the definition of the bench mob.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Their pointing stuff is kind of cool. Whenever they point, that is kind of cool.
After getting dunked on or something like that. Yeah.
But I don't know. If Kyle Anderson can play like this, I really don't see... Other than... The only way I can see the Wolves losing is if they can't establish their pace.
Sure.
Because the Wolves' pace is the biggest thing for them. It's because if they can slow the team down and just punch them to death, that's what they're good at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let them do that, they're not going to lose. It's when you're playing fast teams like OKC that you're going to get in trouble with.
Right. Yeah, I think as long as they just keep finding a good rhythm and play to their strengths, they'll be okay. And obviously just keeping the game not so tight through it and just absolutely just bury them right away.
That's what, I don't know. I think that they're shooting the ball at a very good clip right now, too. So hopefully that can stay.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing is our defense is so good and they can knock down shots. If one of those changes, they might...
It's so cool seeing how good our defense is.
Yeah, I don't really know where...
Yeah.
I mean, I get Rudy. You have the 3-time defensive player of the year.
But seeing Jaden, Jaden had a really nice play. I think it was against the Clippers where he stole it from either PG or...
that Clippers team is just a retirement home.
Maybe it was Harden. I don't know. Yeah, if this team was 7 years ago, people would be freaking out.
They're good, though.
They're good.
They're still solid.
And they still have Kawhi, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kawhi didn't play... Or, no, he did play against us. That's right.
He didn't play tonight, and that's why they're losing.
Right. Yeah. Maybe he's still from Kawhi then. I don't know. But Jaden had a nice play, and he just fucking... Oh,
Cam! Look at that. Cam Mansky.
Sorry. It got me so hyped because he just punched that thing right after. I know
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Wolves just got to keep, I guess, Wolvesing for this year.
Yeah. No, it's so cool. I think they'll get to at least 58. I definitely think
they have to go, what is it? What are they now? 36 and...
They're 36 and 16, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or 37 and 16, one of the two. But
their schedule kind of is. I think they play the Nuggets and stuff. They're 38 and 16.
Okay.
They're 7 and 3 in their last 10.
That's great.
They're a game up over everybody in the West.
That's so crazy how tight the West is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You look at this. Yeah, the Suns. They're only a few games behind, but they're the 7 seed.
But I will say, the Warriors and the Lakers being in the play-in, that is kind of scary.
Yeah, because they got that championship DNA. Mm-hmm. They've been there before.
That's kind of scary. And the Wolves, that's the biggest downside in April. is they haven't been there. They haven't been there with this crew, other than last year. But last year we were banged up in the postseason.
Yeah.
But we still gave Denver a run for their money.
Right.
But they were one Anthony Edwards championship game away from sweeping us. So take what you can get from that.
That's the thing with us and the Thunder. We're very talented. We're very young. But we don't. We've. Well, I mean,
we're older than people think.
Yeah.
Our young guys are Jaden and that's really about it.
Yeah, because
Rudy's in his 30.
Towns is getting to 30 soon. Conley is 35.
I mean, Monty Morris is 28.
Yeah.
I mean, still though, this crew can still have 2 to 3 more years together.
Yeah, Rudy's been in the playoffs before.
Mm-hmm.
Conley.
But not with this group.
No.
This group's different. But
yeah.
Let's just run it. I mean, every team at the beginning of their dynasty, like the Warriors, their first playoff series is a thing. They had no championship DNA. They had to find their way.
Yeah.
Let's find our path and let's run it.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, you do have teams like the Nuggets who won it last year, and you got the Clippers who, yes, maybe not as a team, but those
3 scare me in the postseason. I will say that too. Like the Clippers, like as old as the old jokes can get to them, like everybody can sit here and say, well, they're old, but you get PG and James Harden and Kawhi in the playoffs. Look what Kawhi did in San Antonio and Toronto.
And Russ still can play a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I think they won't have to beat all those teams to get to the finals.
No, of course not.
They'll have to beat an 8 seed, right? And that will be off of a play-in. So I guess I'm thinking we're going to get the 1 seed. So whatever we're in, we're going to have, just for the love of God, stay out of the play-in. Do not collapse and go to the play-in. But I think we're past that. Because we're so good. If you win, 2 more games already in the 40 wins. So
right.
I don't know.
But
I think 50 gets you the lucky number of no play-in.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, you got teams, it'd be the Lakers, it'd be the Warriors. The Mavericks are slipping a little bit.
The Kings.
Kings are another one, yeah.
I said that because I just seen them off.
Yeah. Phoenix will be up in that 4 or 5 area, I would say. But other than that, the top 4 are pretty guaranteed.
But the West is so good right now.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy.
Then you look at the East, and the East is just shit. The East is not good. They're not.
I know.
You got the Celtics, the Cavs.
But the Celtics are good.
The Celtics are very good.
Really good.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, but we played the Celtics so well.
Yeah.
We just destroyed Milwaukee on their home court.
Milwaukee too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we destroyed them. We went in there with vengeance and we beat them bad.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
They were banged up a little bit, but yeah.
Still, who cares? If they have Giannis, that's their team.
Mm-hmm.
All due respect to Dame, but Dame is not the Dame of 4 years ago.
No, of course not.
He's good, but he's not great like he once was.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but if we play Golden State in the first round, I'm still going to be nervous. Just because it's Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond. It doesn't. Yeah. And then now they have Kuminga and Wiggins.
Yeah, but I'm not really that worried. Clay's not good. Clay barely gets the time of day anymore.
But dude, Klay Thompson is one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time.
I know, but
you can't tell me that in a playoff series he's going to just sit there and average 5 points a game. You know what I'm saying, though? Their championship pedigree.
Yeah, I know, but it's one game.
Well, it'd be 4. It'd be a best-of-7 series if we played them in the round.
Oh, I thought you meant, just in the regular season.
In a regular season game, it's not that big of... But if you're playing Golden State for a best-of-7 series, that scares me a little bit.
Sure.
Or even LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron. That's the...
LeBron,
I don't want to play the Lakers, because they're going to find a way... I don't know.
You gotta think LeBron's 38. You know what I mean? AD will get locked up by Rudy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, D'Angelo Russell will find a way to give us that series.
Oh, it'll be interesting. All I know is
he said he hates it here. We held him back. That's what it was, right?
Yes, we held him back from him reaching his full potential, and we're still waiting on that.
I'm sure.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. Whatever happens,
we're going to a game.
Yeah, I'm going to a playoff game.
We're going to if we go to every round, let's go to a game.
Every round?
If we have to win.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit here and be like, "Whoa, we're going to the finals."
Ugh.
Round 1 will go to a game.
Right.
And if we win,
If.
round 2 will go.
When we win. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be fun. It's just because April will be here right around the corner.
Yeah.
Because we're in February, Valentine's Day. You got a holiday the first week of March, and then you got the free agency in the NFL in March, and then it'll be playoff basketball time and draft.
Guys, it's just never stopping. There's always something going on. In the off season, in the NFL, my favorite time. Other than the actual games, but like...
Well, you know who's starting this week?
Oh, Twins
baseball.
Pablo and a prospect were, I believe it was a prospect. They were reported today. Pablo was there today.
Everybody, all the pitchers were there today.
Oh, well, in the bullpen.
Yeah, all the pitchers were there.
Oh, then I just saw a clip.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Twins reported today. Let's go.
Yeah.
Baseball season is right around the corner.
Oh, I did see a video. I saw a clip of a prospect. I forgot his name, but he looks good.
Pitching?
Yeah, for the Twins.
Where'd you see this video?
It's on Instagram.
The Twins posted?
Yeah, and it might have been like Twins coverage or something like that. I don't know. Or Twins territory, maybe. I don't know. One of the ones that you told me to follow.
Oh, Twins Center.
Yeah, Twins Center. Yeah.
That's Duran.
No, that's not Durant. Not that one. I know that. Oh, what are you doing?
And they didn't post anything.
I saw something. This kid was...
Please tell me you did not. I don't know which one.
Maybe he's on Twitter. I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, good prospect.
Good prospect. How do you know he's good?
Because everybody else was saying he was.
Oh. But I don't know. There's still a lot of good free agencies out there for the Twins. Free agents. Like a number 2 starting pitcher.
Oh.
Like Trevor Bauer, Blake Snell.
Trevor Bauer.
Jordan Montgomery.
Trevor is a pretty interesting...
That would be fun, though.
Story. Oh, my God. I'd love to have Trevor Bauer.
That'd be fun for a year, wouldn't it?
Just think, like, after the amount of years that he had to put up with that bullshit case that he had, and then, you know, like, what happened to him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know the conspiracy theories about that? Or, like, the MLB might have set that up?
Oh, really?
Like, the MLB told the girl to come forward because they didn't like Trevor Bauer. This is all conspiracies, but, like... It makes you think. Like, with every conspiracy theory, it makes you think, doesn't it? Like, it's not just me. It makes you think. Like, you sit there and you're like, well, it does add up. Because Trevor Bauer, Cy Young winner with the Reds, Cleveland, you know what I mean? He was a good pitcher. He's been a good pitcher.
Yeah.
And maybe they were just sick of his stuff.
Cool, well.
Like his off-the-field stuff. Like all the YouTube stuff. Maybe they didn't like that.
The text messages are brutal, though.
Yeah.
The actual video that he made and where she was just going to, like, basically, like, I'm going to go take his money or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
that was horrible, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be a twin, hopefully.
Otherwise,
I would love Jordan Montgomery. I will not lie. That out of those 3 names, Jordan Montgomery would be my favorite.
Blake Snell would be fun, too.
Blake Snell would be fun, but Jordan Montgomery. You know who that is?
No.
He was on the Rangers last year. He played for the Yankees.
Oh, okay.
And then he got traded to the Cardinals. But Jordan Montgomery would be a lot of fun. He's a lefty.
Blake Snell's a lefty, too.
I know. Either one of them.
Yeah.
If I had to pick mine, like my favorite, it would be Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Blake Snell would be bad, but... Because we don't have any lefties either. People don't think about... Like, I mean, is it a bad thing? I don't know. Because last year we went right-handed. Was through all of the 5.
Yeah.
Because our bullpen's got a couple lefties in it, but still, like, it makes you think, like, give us a good lefty pitcher.
Right.
Because a lot of the good teams have a good lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dodgers have Kershaw. It's really the only one that came to mind.
Yeah. Oh, the Arias is lefty. Julio Arias.
Oh, yeah, but he's actually not in the league anymore, Cam.
He's not?
No.
What happened to him?
He got in trouble with girls.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Him and Wander Franco are bros.
Jesus.
He was good though. Before,
I didn't see it.
Before.
I was just thinking, like in the past.
Yeah, okay.
Right
I thought that's where you were going with that, but then I was like, yeah, he's not in the league anymore.
Right now,
but
I couldn't tell you.
You want to talk about the Dodgers starting pitching?
Oh, it's insane.
Have you seen what they're like next year? What their starting pitching's gonna look
Yeah,
like?
when Shohei can pitch next year, it's him, then the other Japanese guy they brought in, then Walker Buehler, Dustin
Glasnow,
May, Tyler Glasnow,
Kershaw Hall of Famer.
That's a 6.
Then they have Bobby. They have Bobby Miller.
That's 6 capable starters.
7 capable starters.
7. That's
what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Trade for one of them, Minnesota. We have a good track record of trading for a Dodgers starting pitcher in Kenta. So.
Yeah, Kenta was fine. I mean, he's suitable 3 or 4 guy, but.
Well, in 2020, he was Cy Young runner-up.
Yeah.
So, but the Twins also did make a trade since the last time we had a podcast. They traded Nick Gordon.
Yeah, they did.
That's sad. I like Nick Gordon. He was versatile. They traded him for a bullpen arm from Miami, but that's the biggest question that rises from that trade is who's going to be the backup center fielder?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, are you expecting Buxton to be out there opening day?
Well, opening day, yes, but July 2nd.
When he's back on the...
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, we pick fun at it, but it's what it's been forever. He's been electric when he plays, but when he doesn't play, it's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't really see a suitable option unless you just bank on Kepler playing center, and then you have like somebody else play right. But they didn't sign any outfielders.
Yeah.
They signed Carlos Santana. I mean, I guess they could have Kirilloff play left, Wallner play right, and Kepler in center.
I heard Solano might not even.
No, they haven't come back, or Michael A. Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't get why they wouldn't bring Michael A. Taylor back. He had his best season of his career here.
He could play center.
That's what he did last year.
Yeah.
He hit like 20 bombs last year. And the time that Buxton was hurt. So I don't know. It just, to me, it's like some of the stuff the Twins have done, it doesn't seem like there's a plan in place. Like, they know they're going to be good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we all think in Minnesota that the Twins are going to be good.
Yeah.
But like some of the moves they've made, it seems like they're just kind of like patching holes. Like the Carlos Santana signing, like it was just like a patch of a hole. Mm-hmm. And then you trade Polanco, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get it, like I get the moves they've made, but like some of it just doesn't seem like, you've known like the GM and everybody's been here for 5+ years. Like that Buxton has an injury prone, like he's injury prone, and you don't bring in a backup plan, which kind of surprises me a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, they'll start off fine. They go to Kansas City right away. Should be okay. Should be fine.
I'm just saying, you know where I'm coming from?
No,
though?
I know.
Like we know Buxton gets hurt. We know when he gets hurt, he's hurt for a while.
You have a track record of the guy who's gotten hurt pretty much every single year. You have to have a plan for it. You honestly, and with that, you have to have like Buxton's plan A, but then you have another guy plan 1A. Mm-hmm. Like A plus dot 1. You know what I'm saying? And he probably wants rest days too, and you got to fill in there too.
Well,
or he's going to DH.
I mean, I feel like if you could do that, like they have, like I feel like on the roster, like the opening day roster, they'll have guys like Willie Castro. Yeah. Like I mean, I guess Willie Castro. Let's put him in center. I mean, that's like honestly, that's one of the only valuable reasons. Mm-hmm. Like Nick Gordon could have played a bunch of center field this year. And he's good enough to play all year.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good enough player to play 140-plus games. But then you trade him for another bullpen arm, which our bullpen is going to be nasty. Like, we have a top 3 bullpen in the MLB. And I'm saying that. Like, they're going to be nasty.
Better than last year.
The bullpen was decent last year, but... I mean, I guess you have Kyle Farmer, he can play a little outfield, but... Unless they're really, like, banking on, like, Walker Jenkins being ready by July, which is early... Yeah. Like, really early. But I guess you have Larnick. You just don't... You have outfielders, you just don't have a center fielder. Yeah. A backup center fielder.
Kind of have to put him in an unfamiliar
unless
situation.
Kepler... Because Kepler's played center before. So unless they move Kepler to center and bring up, like, Larnick or Kirilloff to play right.
Yeah, Kirilloff's played right before. Plenty of times.
Yeah, that was his debut when we played Houston in the AL wildcard in 2020.
Right,
and Carlos Correa hit a home run against us. And now he's here.
Forever. Seems like it.
You gonna get a C4 jersey this year?
I don't know. I was thinking, I've told you Joe Ryan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, thanks to the website that I use, Fanatics.
Did you actually hear about what's going on in the MLB, like jerseys? It's actually kind of funny we brought it up.
What?
Like the MLB this week or this year pushed out, so they're not gonna like give out authentic jerseys anymore. They're gonna have authentics, and then they're gonna have like the fan jerseys, and they look like garbage. One, because they're fanatics, and two, they're different than what the players wear, and people are like complaining about it all over the internet.
Jeez. Oh, by the way, the Twins coming out with new City Connect jerseys too.
I'll probably cop one.
Definitely.
I might have to get a Royce. You have to get a Royce Lewis.
Oh,
jersey.
that's right. Royce's.
Just don't get the Twin Cities one.
No, I know you have that one.
And
That's
Austin
you.
has that one.
Yep.
So you can't triple up.
So I got a white Duran. That's it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a white Los Twins Pablo too.
Yes, we do.
From where we went.
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, I think blues definitely on my.
I have a blue one.
There next. St. Paul will probably be Ryan, I would say. I think
Okay.
Joe Ryan will probably be my St. Paul.
Twin Cities, you mean?
Twins. Oh,
Yeah.
getting a Saints jersey. Yeah.
You could. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be fun. This year will be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
The new City Connect, that'll be my Royce.
I might even get one of those just because.
Yeah.
I'll get his All-Star jersey. But you could go Ultimate Fan and get a Mauer.
Could you?
You
can't lose.
Yeah. Like a Puckett, a Mauer.
It's like getting an AP jersey.
Yeah.
You know?
You can always wear it.
Yeah.
I think even Percy.
Percy maybe.
Jersey.
KG.
Yeah, those are just classics. They never get old.
No, you can always wear them.
Like a Burt Wylovin, Rod Carew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puckett.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Do you have like the baby blue? Do we wear baby blues anymore?
No, we do not.
No.
Because when they
'Cause
rebranded,
they're
they
not
rebranded
along.
last year, and then they didn't bring it along.
Gotcha. Noted.
I have a baby blue
Do you?
Max Kepler.
Oh, that's cool. I have a Max Kepler T-shirt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're really giving these listeners a really good podcast right now. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Twins, it'll be fun. I think they should be number one day. Like, they should win the division.
Yeah, they
And
should.
I think nobody should not agree with that.
Yeah.
Because Kansas City's not going to be good. Detroit's scary. Cleveland just, I don't know. This is like the first year that Cleveland's just like, I really don't know what to say.
Yeah, they're just kind of there.
The White Sox are kind of there. Our division is full of kind of there teams.
Yeah, but considering how weak it was last year, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, but you think about it. Last year we didn't run away with.
No, of course we didn't.
Like
we had to constantly remind ourselves that it's not.
I remember filming podcasts. Like we were only like 2.5 games up in August. I was like, that just please don't happen this year. Like win the division by like 10 to 15 games.
Yeah.
Just put everything to rest in September, and call up your young kids who want to play.
Get to 85, get to 90. You should be good.
Let's win 100 games.
Win 100. Why not? Triple digits, huh?
Let's get weird. Or as a Wild would say, let's get wild.
Let's get wild.
Not weird, wild. That's their biggest trademark. But I don't know. You know what else is going to be wild?
Let's get Twins.
You know what else is going to be wild?
What?
Minnesota Vikings offseason.
Oh, I thought we were going to go the entire podcast without talking about them.
No, Cam. This cannot not talk about the purple. we love them too much to skip over them for one podcast.
I know.
You know, we've balanced it. We've talked all three. We saved the meat of the bone for last.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there isn't much new to talk about.
We can break down. We'll find a way to waste a half hour.
So Jefferson has made it noted that he wants to know the quarterback situation going forward, which everybody's taken.
Are you getting scared?
No, not really. Everybody.
That's not what the text you sent me was.
Well, I just said that it was kind of.
I'm worried more than I was 2 months ago.
I don't know, because if he doesn't want to be here because he doesn't trust a rookie quarterback, which I get, then trade him. Trade him.
1-9.
I don't know. I don't want to play him twice a year. You trade him to someone in the top 5, so then you could either use that on a future, your future franchise quarterback, or you just go grab another generational talent and MHJ. I don't know, but I'm not worried. If Jefferson wants to go, he doesn't run the team. You got to remember, this guy he can't make decisions for you that he can't make.
I think he's so good that if he leaves, everybody gets fired.
Well, yeah.
Because there's a very easily way that the front office screws this whole thing up. Because Jefferson is kind of the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. There is a lot to do this offseason.
Sure.
To create cap for now and in the future.
He's only a small part of it.
I know.
It all comes down to, look, if Kwesi got fired because of it, I'd laugh, but I'd also be like, perfect. Because Kwesi, he's messed up a few drafts. I mean, he's only done 2, but his first pick ever is a healthy scratch every single game. And then you go and I know we've said it multiple times.
Do you think that, does Lewis seen A is not good, or B, the safety room is just that good?
Safety room is good. Did we need a safety around that time?
No. But every time I think about the Lewis Cine pick, I mean, okay, coming in at Donashell, he liked Lewis Cine, and that was his pick. And they didn't know what they were going to get out of Bynum.
But I
will give Kwesi that.
He didn't like Kyle Hamilton?
Cam.
You didn't like Trent McDuffie?
Cam. I know. Watching the Super Bowl last week was terrible. Because Trent McDuffie, when that all-pro thing came on the screen, I was like, yep, that guy could have been.
Yeah, he was there too.
It's always, was he? I think he was a draft before.
No, he was 22. He got picked at 20, I think it was 22 or 23 in that draft.
Kansas City had that high a pick?
Well, it was a pick from the Dolphins for the Tyreek trade.
Oh, wow, that's right. I'm going to double-check your math, but yeah, I don't know.
Because 22, they would have been like because 22 at 29, they took Karlaftis from Purdue. And he's making an impact too.
We could have used him.
Just see how good, if your GM is actually good at drafting, it can really help out your team. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you are right. 21.
Okay, 21. Yeah.
But, I guess, because we picked the last pick of the first round.
Yeah.
Because we traded. And there's so many we could sit here and do this all night of who we could have picked in, like Antoine Winfield Jr. He could be in purple.
Think about the defense you could have.
You want to go down the list or no?
Let's do it.
I don't want to.
It's fun.
I don't want to.
Well, because look, players like Sauce Gardner in that draft, he was mocked to us right away around this time when the season ended. But then all of a sudden...
It's so weird, though, because Kiwi Ringo was a top 5 pick last year at this time.
Yeah.
And he went in the 5th round.
Yeah, because it's just the combine. And analysts don't know shit either. They really don't.
See, that's why, all this, you can't sit here and look at mock drafts.
No, you can't.
Because everything changes in a matter of 2 weeks.
I listen to Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks. They were former GMs. They know what they're doing.
Do you want to hear...
Or scouts.
This is kind of... I'll save it for later.
Okay.
Because this isn't draft topic, but this is Score North topic.
Okay. Just say it then.
So I listened to Score North today when I was at the gym. They had a podcast during the workout, which is pretty nice, but they listed top 3 free agent targets that they would sign. Each one of them gave one.
Okay.
One I agree with. Well, actually, 2 of them I would agree with, and the third one I shook my head, and I was like, wow. The first one was Christian Wilkins.
Makes sense, yep.
The second one was a guard from Pittsburgh I'd never heard of.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
Who would they replace? Is that if we didn't sign Reisner back?
I think that's if we did not sign Reisner back.
Okay.
He's number 60-something on the Steelers. He's a left guard, a right guard. You know what his name is?
Is it James Daniels or something?
No.
He's a center.
Let me pull up his name quick. Steelers. But yeah, the third one you're gonna get mad, okay? And I don't want. Gosh. Offensive one. There we go. His name. Oh. Wow. Cologne Barnes is on the Steelers. Remember him?
Oh, Kalen Barnes?
Yeah, Kalen Barnes.
Or Kalam Barnes, whatever his name is.
Mason Cole's there.
Mason Cole traded a 6th-round pick for him a few years ago.
Which is bad because he was decent. I don't know. He might not be on this, though, because he's a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So this could be all this for nothing. But where is he? Where is he? Why is his name not popping up?
We played Portland again.
Yeah. Got
Dub.
it. I can't find him now.
Okay, that's fine.
But anyway, yeah, he was a guard from Pittsburgh. He had good pass blocking and good run blocking.
Okay.
So I agreed with that.
Don't tell me the last one's like Derrick Henry or something.
When Phil Mackey said that, because this was Phil's idea, and he said if we would sign him, it would make our offensive line better for Kirk or anybody else. When he said Kirk, I almost took my shirt off. I was like, did he say Kirk Cousins in a good way?
Yeah.
And then the third one, running back. You wanna give me a guess?
Saquon.
No.
Devin Singletary.
No.
Zach Moss.
No.
Is he good?
Yeah. I would say he's an average running back.
Average. Miles Sanders.
No. Maybe above average a little bit. Slightly above average.
Slightly above average. Oh, boy.
I have a hint that would just give it away.
Okay.
He had a 67-yard catch touchdown against us last year. Or 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Or last year. And I was in attendance for this game.
You were? Pollard.
3 years, $25 million.
That's like $8 million a year.
13 of it's guaranteed.
Okay.
And can you guess out of the 3 clowns who said it?
Judd.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
He didn't have a great year. I like his versatility. I really do. But you don't pay running backs.
No. And why would, if you're going to sign anything, why the hell would you sign another running back?
You've groomed Ty Chandler to be to this point.
I didn't even know this. Cam Akers is a restricted free agent.
He is.
So whatever he gets, we can match.
Yeah.
So there's a zero, I would say there's a lesser chance that he's gone.
We're not going after a running back. I swear, if they take away opportunities from Ty Chandler, I don't get it.
Cam Akers.
That should be it.
Your running back room. And then
your third can be...
You're going to cut Madison?
He has 1 year left on his contract.
We could cut him, save money, and bring up McBride.
You only save a little bit. You
save
6 figures.
Or draft Bucky Irvin.
I wouldn't be mad with Bucky Irving.
Or Travion Henderson.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of the two. Just don't pay a running back. When they said Wilkins, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
When they said the guard from the Steelers, I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Because that makes your offensive line probably a top 7 offensive line in football.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because you'd have 2 elite tackles, 1 elite guard, and then if you could re-sign Risner, and then you draft the center in the draft.
Yeah.
Let's run it.
I don't know.
But then they said Tony Pollard, and I'm like, Tony Pollard is the last thing. Why would you sign a running back?
Right.
You don't need one.
I mean, I get our run game was bad, but that's because
we're a pass-first team.
Yeah.
We use the pass to set up the run.
But also, our run blocking isn't the greatest either. But you give, I think Ty Chandler, I think he's fine.
Ty Chandler, running back, is one position where it's like everybody can play running back.
It's the most replaceable position out there. It's very easy to replace. Isaiah Pacheco's a 7th-round pick.
And he's a stud.
He has 2 Super Bowls. His 2 rings. I mean...
I like the Wilkins thing, but if you sign Wilkins, are you okay with losing Hunter?
Yeah.
To a division rival?
Well, so he's not going to the Lions. The Lions have a lot of cap space, but they need to sign their players. They need to... Well, they can, I guess, is what you can say.
Who can they all sign?
They can extend Goff, Sewell, Amon-Ra.
They'll overpay Goff.
Yeah, they'll give him about $50 million, probably.
Yeah, they'll overpay Goff.
Goff, they got to pay... Well, they don't have to, but they can pay Amon-Ra. They can pay Sewell. And they can also pay... Not Hutchinson yet.
But they have to save money for that.
They do. So, paying money for a They have 2 first-round picks. Or, no, they just have 1 this year, actually.
Which is awesome. If they would have had another year of 2 first-round picks, because the way their GM drafts is pretty damn good.
You know who does have, like, a few picks in the top 100 this year, though?
The Chicago Bears.
Yeah, but Green Bay, too.
I'm telling you, we're the worst position in our division.
Yeah.
You're dead last in assets.
We don't have a third-rounder.
And that, you know who that third rounder goes to?
Detroit. Yeah. I forgot.
But I'm not mad at that.
No,
because what we got in return is I'm well worth losing a third and a second for TJ Atkinson.
Yeah, and the third rounder is pretty attainable, so you can get that.
And we'll get that back if Hunter leaves.
True, it would be a comp pick.
So we'll get that back. So a comp pick, we would get whoever he signs with, right?
It's just kind of an extra. Yeah, I think so. Well, they don't give you the direct pick.
But that's the thing, though. How does comp picks work? Because if we go out and sign Wilkins, I don't think we'd get one for Hunter. Because Wilkins could be classified as just as good as Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know how comp picks work.
Because I think it's like if you sign somebody that's the same skill like level, because they base it off of whatever they base it off of, if you're the same, then you don't get one. But if we would go out and sign an undrafted guy that's sat in free agency for 2 years, we'd get one.
Okay.
But who
or
cares?
just not replace anybody at all.
Go sign Christian Wilkins. Sign Hunter, too. Let's get weird.
We don't.
I don't know, dude. This offseason's going to be weird. We thought last year was going to be weird.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be even...
I think what we're going to do, I think what would be really cool is if we got our quarterback, let's just say, because there's a lot of reports that JJ might go a lot higher than we think.
JJ McCarthy will be our 11th pick.
I hope so. And then we trade back into the first to go get Jackson Powers Johnson.
Who's that?
Center from Oregon.
Oh, I love that.
320 pounds.
Will he be a first-round pick?
Could be. He dominated the Senior Bowl.
Just trade up in the second round and get him.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you just got to see how the board breaks, but he's real good. Really good.
And you cannot, if the Vikings front office likes J.J. McCarthy, for the love of God, do not trade back, because Denver will take McCarthy at 12.
You got Denver there.
Vegas at 17 or 16.
Atlanta might. Depending on what happens in free agency. Because if they end up getting Kirk, they might not do that.
I guess, yeah.
But you got Denver might do.
Okay, so...
New Orleans.
Hypothetically here, if Kirk goes to Atlanta on a 2-year deal, why don't they just take McCarthy at 8?
Yeah, they just do the same thing we would do. Yeah.
They'd be in here.
Yeah.
So I think Atlanta is quarterback either way, I think. Because, I mean, I don't know. Desmond Ridder hasn't played good by any means.
Yeah, because it's just like us re-signing him.
Exactly.
We're only 2 picks apart. Or 3. They're at 8, yeah.
And that's the same thing with the Jets.
Right.
Why won't the Jets take him? Because they have Rodgers for a year. Have him groom Rodgers.
But they also kind of... Well, they did say they were going to move on from Wilson, too.
Would you be mad if we traded for Zach Wilson?
No.
What about Justin Fields?
That's different.
What if they because the whole trading in division can't be that big a thing because we did it twice in one draft.
I'm not saying it's different because of their play, the way that they play. It's just because Fields is going to be more pricey than Wilson. Wilson will be maybe a 4th or 5th. They're looking for a 2nd for Justin Fields.
Why not do it? Let's get weird.
No, I'm not doing that because if you want him to come in to start.
Well, so if you trade a 2nd for him at 11, take the best defensive player available.
I don't know. There's a reason why they're moving on from the guy.
I know, but look at Kevin O'Connell. Like, you don't have faith in Kevin O'Connell to groom Justin Fields?
Well,
or let him, develop?
They also have to...
But you will for McCarthy or anybody that you're going to draft this year. There's really no difference. Look how good Justin Fields was.
You're keeping a pick.
I know.
I don't know.
Depending on what you can get for him, why not? Because he's just as young as some of the rookies this year.
Yeah, I know.
It's Bo Nix, you know.
It would have to be a pretty fair price. We also have leverage too, because the Bears are obviously wanting to get rid of him. So just lowball him at first. Don't give them what they want.
Because we wanted him in that draft, and the Bears traded up for him.
But was that Rick who wanted him?
Well, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Because that would have been 21.
Yeah. Rick wanted him.
But I'm just saying, like, is there a difference between trading for a younger quarterback or Desmond Ridder?
See, that's the stretch.
I know, but hypothetically, if you're sitting here...
Yeah, if you can say all of them. You can say Daniel Jones. You can say Ridder. You could say Wilson.
I don't want Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has a contract.
Shit, you could say Trey Lance.
Trey Lance would be fun. He's from Marshall.
He'd be a backup, you know.
But I'm just saying, like...
It also depends on what direction you want to go. Because if you lose Kirk goes to Atlanta, let's say, and then Justin's like, yeah, I'm not coming. I'm not signing an extension. So you're like, okay, fine. We'll go trade you.
To who, though?
Well, you gotta try one of the top 5. Or at least...
Just straight up, Jefferson for 2. That's all you do.
I feel you could get something else.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because look what the Bears did. DJ Moore's good. He's not as good as Jefferson. But they got a haul. They got DJ Moore and more. You know what I mean?
True.
Justin Jefferson for 2. I mean, that's realistically what you're going to get. Because a top 5 pick is 2 first-round picks you'd save. You'd save 2 first-round picks for a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
By trading them Jefferson.
I don't know. I mean...
But you would have to be very, very in love with who the Bears don't take. Because I think the Bears take a quarterback regardless now. I think
the Bears are going to go with Williams or May.
Or one of them.
Yeah.
But you have to be completely in love with either Daniels, May, or Williams. Because one of those 3 are going to be gone.
I'm not really that in love with May. I'm really not.
I don't get the hype. I will be honest. I don't really get the hype of taking a quarterback in the top 5. I think quarterbacks, you can pick a quarterback wherever.
Yeah.
That's where I think it's just like trading up for 3 for one guy makes no sense, and I think it hurts your overall team.
Statistically, over the years, top 5 quarterbacks aren't that great. No.
You know what I mean? Like, look, Luck was awesome, but Luck was done at 7 years.
Yeah, but they didn't build around him, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then look, Mahomes, Brady, like all these guys.
Mahomes was outside the top 10, or he was top 10. Kyler was all right at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow.
Josh Allen's not top 5. You know what I mean? Like, if you
barely, yeah. Allen's 7, but yeah.
Aaron Rodgers not top 5.
True. Should have been, but yeah.
There's a bunch of guys that aren't top 5, and look how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why, like, McCarthy at 11 is not the worst idea.
No.
I just don't...
That's why you shouldn't get so jumpy about getting up there.
Because everybody wants to get up there. Everybody wants the sexy pick at 3. Like, trade up to New England and get Jaden Daniels. And then, what if in 3 years Jaden Daniels has fallen on his face for 3 seasons, and you're sitting here like, well, everything else is in place.
Yeah.
Like, we have a top 5 defense after Flores stays for a couple of years, establishes defense, gets his picks in the later rounds that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have everybody like Jefferson and everything. And you missed out because you traded 11 and the next year 1. You missed out on the next year of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't get, like, I don't think we need to trade up because a quarterback isn't our need right now, in my opinion.
Not yet.
Not yet. Good catch there, but not yet. But I just don't re-sign Kirk and pick McCarthy at 11.
Mm-hmm. Also, a little off topic, but still on the same train tracks. We're not signing Sam Darnold.
No, we're not. We are not.
No. I don't know who came out with that report.
Or Russell Wilson. No. Russell Wilson. The only 30-year-old plus quarterback I want in purple next year is Kirk Cousins.
That's it.
I just don't.
I don't want Sam Darnold. I don't want Russell Wilson. Mm-mm. No. I don't want any of them.
No.
It's not going to fix anything.
No, it's not. Russell Wilson makes you worse. Sam Darnold makes you worse. Yeah. You have nothing to look forward to.
Right.
If we have McCarthy, if Kirk leaves, and we draft McCarthy at 11,
I'm fine with it.
And we're worse, I get that.
It's okay.
Because McCarthy, well, what do we always say? With a rookie quarterback.
Oh, you got to let him develop.
You can't have any expectations.
Right, you can't have any expectations.
I don't get it. I think McCarthy might not be there at 11, though. But for the love of God, do not take Bo Nix at 11.
Don't.
For the love of God.
No. That's a guy you can get in the second round if you have to.
What, dude? The way the draft works is everybody gets needy very, very fast. Because there's a very likely reason that May, Williams, Daniels, and McCarthy all go in the top 8.
Good. Draft night's weird.
And then Bo Nix at 12, Denver Bronco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could happen. There's
I don't
a very...
care. That's fine.
That would be fun.
That would be very
I'd have
funny.
a fun time with that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What do you do if you re-sign Kirk and nobody's there at 11? Like McCarthy goes in the top 10.
I'd say if there's not a defensive player that you go to Flores, you're like, hey, what do you see here? Do you like any of the guys that are on the board? And he goes, no. And then all of a sudden the phone's ringing. I'd trade back and acquire more picks.
I would take best player available.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, there's got to be a guy, they always bring in the top 30 free agents and they interview them. Mm-hmm. Addison was one of them last year. If not one of those guys are there, then I would trade back. But if they are, then make the pick.
You don't want to take best player available?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so let's get weird here. At 11, Marvin Harrison falls to 11. What do you do?
Well, you obviously take him.
You do?
Yeah, but that's never.
I'm just saying.
Unless he pulls a Laramie Tunsil, that's not happening.
Just saying.
Hypothetically. Okay, sure.
You don't need a receiver though.
Right. But that's generational talent.
What do? You can't have all 3 on your roster.
Why not?
It'd be fun.
It'd be very fun. I don't think KJ's going to return this year.
No, he's not.
So,
but that would be really, really fun.
For
the 3 years it would happen. Because there's no way you can pay Jefferson, Addison, and Harrison, and TJ, and Darisaw.
No.
But it'd be fun.
So then, yeah, you just...
kind of be like, honestly though, if you think about it, it's not that dumb of a pick though. Because the Bengals did it.
Yeah.
And then the Seahawks did it.
Yeah. Just gives you more weapons.
3 deep again.
I don't know. I mean, and then when it comes to the time where you do have to pay someone, then trade him.
True.
You can always
replace. You could pay Jefferson. You could trade Jefferson in that hypothetical right away.
Yeah, you could.
And start fresh with the 2.
But
Harrison's going to be gone in the top 4.
Well, yeah, that's what I was...
Yeah, I'm just...
I jumped on that.
I kind of ruined the hypothetical, but... I don't know. I don't want to trade up. That's just my...
I don't think right now... I think the board has to fall... Like, I would say that...
Because if you break it down right now, number 1, quarterback or wide receiver, or quarterback.
It's Caleb. It definitely is.
2, May.
Yeah, May or Daniels are 2 and 3. 4 is Harrison to Arizona. 5 is... The Chargers could get wild. That's the first team that I see that could probably trade back.
What about Arizona? Why would Arizona want to trade back?
Because they have no weapons.
I know, but...
They have Hollywood and they have Rondale.
If the Arizona Cardinals are so bad, trade back, get an extra 1, and maybe get more in this draft.
They have 2 ones this year.
I know, but you know what I'm saying though? Because they have so many holes to fill.
I don't know. I don't think they do that. If you have Marvin Harrison right there, who they're talking about could be the best player, the best receiver since we've seen come out of college since Calvin Johnson.
I guess.
You can't pass. Detroit took him at 2. Calvin Johnson.
1.
2.
I thought he was your first pick in the draft.
No.
Eric Fisher.
No. One that year was, I believe it was Greg Robinson from the Rams.
What year was it?
It was 07.
2007 draft. Did we get AP in that draft?
Yes.
We had the best pick. I'm kidding. Megatron is top 5 receiver.
Or was it Orlando Pace that they took that year? I know it was the Rams, and they took a lineman.
It's not.
Oh, it's Jamarcus Russell. That's right. Yeah,
it is. Jamarcus Russell.
Sorry.
No, I just seen that name and I laughed.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is like Marvin Harrison being there, they're not going to pass that up.
Okay.
But
5.
The Chargers, I think that's a trade target right there. Yeah, I mean, I like Bowers, but a tight end that high, we've already seen that with Pitts. And it's because they don't utilize him, but...
What about Joe Alt at 5?
Yeah, put him on the other side of Slater. Yeah. Alt, Latham, or
Because you got to think,
Fashanu.
the Chargers now, like in this pick, reminds me of Dan Campbell's first pick in Detroit.
True.
Because they all thought they were going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they went Penei Sewell.
Mm-hmm.
And Penei Sewell is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a top 5 offensive lineman in the league right now.
Right.
So that's why I think, like, Harbaugh, I could even see them trading up for Marvin Harrison. The Chargers.
Yeah, but they have Keenan, they have Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnson.
But you think about it. They're so far down in the cap field, they could trade Keenan and Mike Williams.
Well, it'll be hard to trade Mike because he's hurt. He's coming off of an injury.
I could see them trading Mike Williams in 5 for 4. Move up one spot, save some money, and pick Marvin Harrison.
Good. It's not. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know.
But what if Marvin Harrison goes 3 to New England and one of the 3 quarterbacks falls?
Well, I mean, then
Does Arizona take him?
Arizona take who?
The quarterback at 4.
Oh, I think Kyler played pretty well enough to end the season last year that they're going to keep him around, and they still have to pay him a big contract.
That's true.
So.
Or Kyler Murray's going to come here for CBS Sports.
No.
I'm just saying, like, there's so much that can happen.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't want to. I don't personally want to trade up.
Because the Giants could be another quarterback, but it's probably a receiver because they have Walmart workers as their receivers.
Well, they have Jalen
Hyatt, but I feel that probably it's a Malik Neighbors spot, I would say.
Odunze, or is Odunze too high?
Odunze's, I think Neighbors and Harrison are the top 2. Yeah, I would say Odunze is probably the 3rd best out of the receiver group.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Which he could go to Chicago at 9.
They'll mess it up, Cam. I'm not worried.
Well,
They're in a good spot. They have a bunch of cap. They have all these picks. I'm not worried.
Right.
Because, like, the last time they were good for 1 year. They just fell off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I don't know. I would say... Yeah, I would probably say there's a good chance that there's a run on receivers right away. I think there will be a run on receivers. And O-linemen, too. There's only about maybe 3 or 4 good tackles right away in the first round.
Just hope McCarthy falls to 11.
And that's... Well, and then there's good defensive players, too. You know? The thing is that there's not really a top-notch corner this year that's going to go in the top 10. Because based on needs, mostly... Because you got Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid.
You think Terrion Arnold's the number 1 corner in the draft?
I think it's either Arnold or Quinyon Mitchell are the top 2.
Do you take Arnold at 11?
Again, you gotta see the scouting combine first. How these guys test. I do like Terrion Arnold. I would take Quinyon Mitchell there.
Would you be mad if the Vikings re-sign Kirk for 3 years?
Ooh.
And we don't take a quarterback this year?
No. I don't think so.
Because I wouldn't be mad at that.
3 years is a long time.
I know. But I think if you sign Kirk to 3 years, the opening for the future quarterback, like the window opens drastically more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
then you could, this year, all defense. Don't take a single offensive guy. All defense.
Yeah.
At 11, take Dallas Turner,
Verse,
Arnold, Verse,
Latu.
Newton, who's kind of fallen off recently.
Yeah.
I don't hear Newton as much as you did.
Byron Young has definitely taken that headline. Mm-hmm. Byron Young is quick.
Byron Young, or is it Byron Murphy?
Oh, Byron Murphy. Is there another? There's a Byron Young in that draft, I think. But Murphy, yes.
Or Sweat.
Sweat, he'll be a second rounder, I think. But he's a big boy.
Take Sweat in the second round.
He's 362 pounds.
That's the thing, though, is because everybody at the Vikings wants to get the QB of the future. I think if you re-sign Kirk 3 years...
You don't got to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about it.
No.
And then you just bolster defense.
Yeah.
You just get Flores his guys. You get Flores a 3-year extension.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
I'm telling you right now that my favorite edge is Latu from UCLA.
He's got injury concerns.
I know.
Daniel Hunter all over again.
I know, but he had a terrific year last year. He's so quick and explosive. If you're scared,
2 years ago he wasn't in football.
I know, but
scares me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a track record. Like, Dallas Turner's played SEC football for 3 years.
Yeah. Jared Verse has played ACC football.
Exactly.
I like Verse.
Verse they're all good.
There's another one.
If they give Daniil would probably leave. I think he's the third. I think he's the odd duck out of the three of getting money
for
this
sure.
year.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be the odd duck.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
they were doing. I will give it. Score North did they were talking about it. That Christian Wilkins is a year younger than Daniil, and he's played like 3,000 less snaps than Daniil has.
Oh, really?
Because Wilkins didn't I think he was hurt a little bit.
Okay.
But Daniil's been in the league for longer, for like the age.
Gotcha.
So the Wilkins signing would make sense. But if you would, hypothetically, sign Wilkins to free agency, re-sign Kirk 3 years, you take an edge in the first round, you take Sweat in the second round, you just bolster that defense up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Like, that would be the best thing.
Yeah.
And then also with that, with waiting on the QB, your defense gets more improved. So when the rookie quarterback or whatever future quarterback they want or have might be Jaron Hall. We're going to just write off Jaron Hall like that?
It's hard.
It's hard, but
it's hard to not.
like, look at everybody. So you're saying, like, right now, Jaron Hall's had a game and a drive, essentially.
Yeah.
Give or take.
A half and a drive.
You're telling me, like, if our rookie quarterback shows that, you have the same amount of confidence you have in Hall right now.
Right.
Because, like, you can't write off... You're not going to write... If you trade up for 3 for Jaden Daniels, you're not going to write Jaden Daniels off of one drive and a half a game.
True.
Because, you know what I mean? It could be another primetime game.
Gotta let him develop. You can't just...
Jaden Daniels could throw 4 picks, and everybody'd be like, well, we don't want him anymore. You trade up for him.
Yeah.
You're gonna if you trade up for 3 and it's a Christian Ponder thing, like he plays like Christian Ponder, you're stuck with him for 4 years because he's gonna play 4 years.
Right.
Like you're not gonna get out of jail free card. It's
You
just
gotta
what
own
it
up.
is.
You gotta own up to your pick.
You know what I mean? Like so, like Jaron Hall, we're all sitting here like we want the new quarterback, but what's the difference between Jaron Hall and a rookie?
Mm-hmm.
Because Jaron Hall's been in the league a year and it's already kind of developed.
True.
I'm just saying, why not? Even if you give Kirk the 2-year extension, you pick all defense this year, you let Jaron Hall develop for another year.
Yep.
And then if Kirk wants, like if you give Kirk to like a 1-and-1 deal, so like a club option or a team option or whatever, and he's gone, give Jaron Hall the keys for a year. See what can happen. Let's get weird. And then if Jaron Hall's not it, you're probably going to have a higher pick.
True.
And then you just pick a quarterback in that year. Like an Arch Manning, because that's when we hypothetically would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Shador next year.
Well, we'd have Kirk, because we'd re-sign Kirk.
Yeah.
So we were going to be good next year.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have 8. But you know what I'm saying?
You never know.
You know what I'm saying with the Jaron Hall thing? Mm-hmm. Like, everybody wants a rookie quarterback.
But we technically have one already behind Kirk.
Exactly.
So
what's the difference between Jaron Hall, who played 4 years at BYU and was good at BYU, than a kid from Michigan that was good at Michigan for 3 years?
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell's going to develop both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or a kid from LSU who's played only 2 years. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
You just sit here and you think, like, if Kevin O'Connell can't groom Jaron Hall...
What makes you think he's going to be able to groom a top prospect?
Exactly. That's why I don't get trading up one, and why are we writing off Jaron Hall already?
I mean, you look at what the Niners did with Brock. Brock didn't have the greatest of highlights at Iowa State.
No.
You look at his turnover highlights, they're brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he did break every Iowa State passing record. But so did Nick Mullins at Southern Miss.
Okay, we can say this too. Brock Purdy is a game manager.
Yeah.
Is he a good game manager? Yes.
Yeah, because he's got great talent around him. Jaron Hall would also have great talent around him.
Did he play his ass off in the Super Bowl? Yes. Yeah. Like, it's just, like, goes to show you, like, trading up to 3 to get Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, like, a top 3 pick this year. Isn't going to have to do much in this offense.
Right.
If we had JJ... It was just JJ and a decent offensive line, then I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have playmakers all around the ball, you have a good running back that nobody really talks about in the media, and you're bringing back Cam Akers. You got a good 1-2 punch in the backfield.
Yeah.
It's different.
Basically, it's the conclusion here is that you have a competitive team. And why would you give away the future when you can use those picks to add more assets? Mm-hmm. When you're giving those away for one guy, you're treating it like it's a rebuild, even though you still have a bunch of talent around you. So why not just groom the guy that you took last year when it makes it easier for him already when he has the best receiver in the NFL, one of the best superstar wide receivers coming up, a tight end, which, yes, he'll be on the PUP list right away, but he's arguably the best tight end in the league, a pretty solid offensive line in front of him. You're going to give Flores more assets on defense, and he's one of the best assistant coaches out there. I hope that he turns into one of our own, like, Spagnolios that the Chiefs have.
Because how the hell is he not a head coach yet?
He has bad relations with in the past, yes. Teams are scared to hire him because he doesn't...
He's a winner, though.
Yeah.
He's a winner.
He's got 4 rings.
Yeah, he's a winner.
So...
But, like, into trading up, every good team has depth. Like, look at the Niners. They lost Dre Greenlaw, top 5 linebacker in football. You can't argue that.
Right.
He's a baller.
But it changed everything in that Super Bowl.
But they had the backup linebacker came in.
He was fine.
Didn't play bad. Like, you need to have depth to be a good football team. Like, you need to be able to rotate guys in and out to be a good football team.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have, like, 8 good defensive linemen to rotate in and out.
Right, and they got one of the best front sevens in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You know? Well, maybe, who knows after this year.
Well, because Chase Young might not be a bad free agent.
But he's going to be expensive.
How do you know that?
He had a pretty solid year once he joined the Niners. It's going to be up in the 15 to 20 mil range.
I'd pay him 15. They paid Marcus Davenport last year $13 million.
Well, that's
Chase Young's better than Marcus Davenport.
Yeah. It fits into Kwesi's whole "Mama, I can change him," kind of saying where, yes, it's not like a bust. I mean, I don't think Young's a bust.
No,
but
he's not.
From where he was picked, you would expect him
to be better.
Him and Bosa were picked at the same pick, just at different times. But I
wouldn't be surprised if he stays.
Yeah.
Because he has, like, the Niners are going to be good.
Yeah.
Like, they're proven. They're going to be good next year. They're going to be a playoff team next year.
They got it, but they have to extend Ayuk.
Might be traded.
Yeah. Or do you trade Debo and then... Because Debo's older. Ayuk's like Jefferson's age.
Same draft class.
Yeah. A few picks away from each other.
That's smart. I don't know. We're not Niners fans, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't give a
it's
shit.
It's not our problem to deal with.
Yeah. We'd like him to trade away Ayuk.
Yeah.
Keep the older guy. Well, who cares? We beat him anyways, so.
Yeah, Kirk
Curse lives on.
Lives on.
Oh, boy.
Changed a little bit, but.
Yeah. They did make it to the Super Bowl. Did not win it, but.
I don't know, though. Like, the future, it's a loaded question.
Yeah.
And I just don't write off Jaron Hall for some rookie to expect Kevin O'Connell to do big things with this rookie quarterback. Like, I love Kevin O'Connell. I think he would do the job right, but, I mean, Jaron Hall's already been in the system for a year.
Yeah.
And Jaron Hall would just be like taking Bo Nix because they're the same age.
Yeah. If you decide to blow it up, then, go get your quarterback that you want to build around.
You're too good to salvage the future on one player that if Kirk is back, wouldn't even make an impact.
No, you already have the team. You don't have to just go sell everything to go get a top guy or a top guy.
And I also think that if you re-sign Kirk, JJ will 100% buy right back in. Because I think right now he's on the fence because he knows he's like...
I've been hearing stuff that this team is going to go get someone to replace me. If we're like, Kirk, we just want you back, man. We're not going to replace you. We want you to still be a good mentor to Jaron, but we're not looking to, we want you. Mm-hmm. Like Uncle Sam. We want you.
We want 18 in purple. We want him. We want
18 and 8. If we lose 99, it's okay. You can replace edges.
God, that's so sad to say. He's been here since 2015.
He's one of the longest tenured Vikings.
We didn't lose them both this year. Him and Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman's going to be a cap casualty.
I don't know that yet.
If he hasn't been for the last 5 years. He's going to make...
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Cameron. Don't keep saying that. Gonna bring a tear to my eye.
I'm just saying.
Especially, he's like one of my favorite Vikings of all time.
I know.
We're tossing his name around.
But I know, but it's just especially after the year that Metellus had. But
Metellus has to stay in that role.
Yeah, I know. But maybe that's where Lewis Seen finally gets an opportunity. I don't know.
Reckless speculation.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, because seeing Lewis Seen, you know, at Georgia, dude's taking other guys' heads off. You know, we see the potential that Lewis.
I didn't watch any of Lewis Seen in Georgia. Was he did he play good safety, or was it just he'd come down and destroy people? That's all he did.
Oh, he would. So his coverage skill, he had one of the best coverage skills in college football. He's a really good coverage safety. The problem is that he is such a slim build. You saw it in preseason. He'd try to hit guys, and he'd bounce right off of them.
Like the Seahawks game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, he'd try to lay guys out and then realize, oh, that's right, I'm not playing like Tulane or something like that right now where they don't get the highest of recruits. You know, like I'm playing an actual team, and he bounced. I think he tried to hit Zach Charbonnet, which Charbonnet's a big boy, but
Charbonnet's good too.
He is good.
UCLA prospect. Didn't they take him in the second round too?
Second or third. It was day 2.
Even though they had Kenneth Walker, who's also really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We're gonna get close, and it's gonna be March here in a week,
right?
A week and a half. So it's all going to fall into place here very, very soon.
It's going to be interesting. But is that it?
Is that a wrap?
I think so. We've been going for a while, but
it's good.
It's good, yeah. Social media, we post clips on TikTok of some parts of every episode, usually after the episode is released. That's at Bold North Sports. And then also we're on Instagram as well. We're going to just start posting the best clips. I know I said that last week. I completely forgot to do it this time. But it's because I only posted 2 clips on TikTok. That's why. But yeah, that's also Bold North Sports as well. Pretty much all of them are Bold North Sports. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music at Bold North Sports.
Or YouTube.
Or what you're watching right now. So, but yeah, that's about it. You know, we always do. That's episode 24. That's a wrap. And hit him with a dice roll.
We gotta stop doing that.